and which is going to be our esteemed chief guest and Union Minister of State Independent Charge Science and Technology, Minister of Earth Sciences, MOS, PMO, Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department for Atomic Energy and Space, and Vice President of CSIR, Dr. Jiten Singh, to address and also share ideas of inspiration with you all here. Sir.
On the dais, Honorable Member of Parliament and your popular representative, श्री ईटला राजेंद्र जी, सबसे पहले तो आप ही को मुबारकबाद देनी है कि आपके इलाके और आपकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में ये इतना बड़ा कार्यक्रम और आयोजन हो रहा है। जैसा कि डॉक्टर रेड्डी ने खुद कहा कि इससे पहले हैदराबाद में कहीं देखने को नहीं मिला। तो मैं सोच रहा था कि शायद इसी बात का इंतज़ार था कि ईटला राजेंद्र जी यहाँ से एमपी बने तो उसके बाद ये प्रोग्राम हो। तो इतने साल इसी इंतज़ार में गुजर गए। हमारे बहुत अच्छे दोस्त मित्र भी हैं। जब ये असेंबली में थे तब भी मैं इनके असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में जाता था और जितनी लोकप्रियता, पॉपुलैरिटी ही इंजॉयज इन हिज पीपल, आई थिंक दैट इज़ वर्थ सीइंग फॉर ईच वन ऑफ अस इन पब्लिक लाइफ। उसके साथ हमारे यंग मेंबर ऑफ लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली लक्ष्मा रेड्डी जी, CSIR IICT Director Dr. Srinivas Reddy, whose idea was to have such kind of program. So I have to congratulate him also for bringing all others together to have a program like this. CSIR CCMB Dr. Vinay Nandikuri ji, CSIR NGRI Director Dr. Prakash. I can see a galaxy of directors seated over here, senior members of the scientific fraternity, startups, students, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is actually the visual or the scene which Prime Minister Modi has always been insisting on, a whole of science and a whole of government gathered together under a single roof today. And it doesn't happen very often. I was asking somebody before I came here, I said, how often do these three institutes meet? Three CSIR labs in Hyderabad. And the young man who knew CSIR quite well, he said, sir, they don't meet, but they quarrel quite often. Which means that they hardly see eye to eye. But I have taken upon myself this responsibility to integrate all the institutes, because as we keep talking of playing a global role, being a global player, then we have to follow the global strategies. And the global strategy which has proved to be a success anywhere in the world is an integrated, holistic, a team approach. And none of the science stories have been successful by working in silos. So we started this process. 2 years back, I told Director General Dr. Kalai Selvi, I said, most of your labs are doing wonderful work, but the people outside are hardly aware. And then I insisted on each of the directors, and I'm again reiterating here, whenever you have a congregation or a gathering like this, please make sure that you also bring in the stakeholders, the representatives of the market, the representatives of the industry, the students, the startups. If your main domain is agriculture, then farmers. But we don't do that. So when I started insisting, Dr. Reddy was there in another lab earlier, that was Triple IM, where he was dealing mostly with the aroma mission, fluoric mission, and also, in a way, living up to what Prime Minister said, doubling farmers' income. But never had the farmers been allowed to enter the lab. So I insisted, and we had a program where exclusively only the farmers were made to speak. तो इटला राजेंद्र जी सिर्फ किसानों का कार्यक्रम किया, क्यों किसानों का इंस्टीट्यूट, तो पहली बार किसान आया। हमने कहा ना इटला जी बोलेगा ना ये बोलेगा, सिर्फ किसान बोलेगा और अपना अनुभव बताएगा। तो वो बोला, क्या बोला? बोला साहब हम यहाँ से जाते थे, गेट बंद होता था, हमें कुछ मालूम नहीं क्या, हमने आजू बाजू के गांव वाले से पूछा यहाँ क्या होता है, वो बोलता है यहाँ साइंटिस्ट मेंढक काटता है, रात को भूत नाचते हैं। So this was, instead of knowing what all was being done for their benefit, these were the myths and stories going around. So I suggested to Dr. Kalai Selvi, we'll have 1 year campaign, 1 week, 1 lab. So you showcase what you are doing to the rest of the society through social media, through exhibitions, through bringing in conducted tours. And this year I said we will have 1 week, 1 theme, which means many of our CSIR institutes are having overlapping domains. They should come together, and next year we would extend it further. For example, in biotechnology, you have a lot of work being done similar to what is being done in these 3 institutes over here. Why not we have a combined program? We synergize our resources. That will reduce pilferage also. That will add value also. And you cannot sustain if you don't have the industry and the common masses by your side. They have to demand your services. Otherwise, you will always have this image of working in some isolated, solitary lab. And as they said कि मेंढक काट रहे हैं, पता नहीं बकरे काट रहे हैं अंदर बैठ के. So in an age of information, if this is the kind of image we have to do seriously, also to live up to the goal of adding to country's value by the innovative work that is being done. And therefore I said this is the best, one of the best evidences I am seeing today. I feel extremely gratified. Whole of science, whole of government, and the theme which Dr. Reddy, Dr. Vinay and Dr. Prakash have very wisely chosen, catalyzing innovation, connecting ecosystems. Now this theme itself not only combines whole of science and whole of government, but also whole of nation and whole of society. Because it also incorporates startups, students, entrepreneurs, industry, investors, policymakers, and that's how exactly it should be. Now one of the startups was talking about the space sector. We take great pleasure in mentioning NASA, how rapidly they have progressed. But they never depended only on government. They were open to the people. 60-70% of resources came from the non-government sources. Unless you open up your gates to others, how are you going to be helped by others? And now we have started doing that. This government is very open to a larger integration involving the private sector, involving the public sector, involving all the stakeholders. And I think from that point of view, this is one of the best times happening for science, one of the best times happening for the youth of the country. And therefore, this is also one of the most appropriate times to hold an event like this. And also because in the last 10-11 years, Prime Minister Modi, with his natural scientific temper, has been personally patronizing each and every scientific endeavor, scientific initiative. And virtually there is a resurgence of science departments in the country. Suddenly the science departments are in the news now. Otherwise there was hardly any news. I was in the business of organizing medical science conferences for several years, for 30 decades, 3 decades. And I remember once about 20 years back, I said, we don't get any news for our meetings. So one of my juniors said, sir, because you don't call a politician for a chief guest. I said, okay, we'll try that. The meeting was held in Chennai. We called one of the ministers. He could not come. Then we called the speaker of the assembly. The next day I said, is there any news about us? They started searching. Then suddenly he said, yes sir, 1 column news in Hindu. I said, let me see. And he had reported what the speaker had said, not what we had said. So that was the kind of significance. Now, at least under Prime Minister Modi, we are now getting space in media, in social platforms, in media platforms. So we have an opportunity, and that's why I said resurgence. And it is now showing everywhere. If you take space sector, and the esteem has gone up. Whether it's Chandrayaan, whether it's Aditya, whether it's SpaceX, docking, undocking, nobody had ever thought. Only yesterday we had a second successful docking with the SpaceX. So some of these world success stories, because we have opened up. Now space also opened up to the private sector. I don't know why they were functioning behind a wheel of secrecy for so many years. And this year in the budget, we have also announced that we will open up the nuclear sector also. When the Google is watching and peeping inside your bedroom, what business and what satisfaction do you draw by making this a prohibited area? I remember many years back, a family of one of the atomic energy secretaries came to look him up in one of the plants. I think it was Kundakal. So the children out of their fancy took a photograph outside that board displaying the name of the institute. And next day there was an explanation. Why had this happened? This is all absurd now. So we have to be realistic. If we want to compete globally, on the one hand we are talking of, now we are fifth economy, we'll go to 3, we'll go to 2, we'll go to 1. How do we go if we don't follow? Our strategies have to be global, our parameters have to be global, our benchmarks have to be global. Similarly, and that's why I said this is the government which is most forthcoming. Now in biotechnology, for example, we are the first, and I'm sure, I think very soon we'll have to integrate more closely, because CSIR and DBT have very much in common. We are among the first countries in the world to have an independent, dedicated biotechnology policy called BioE3, Biotechnology for Environment, Employment and Economy. We were just 50 startups in biotechnology in 2014. It is embarrassing even to say 50, 50, in a country of 120 billion, 120 crore. Today we have gone up to more than 10,000. Bioeconomy was just $10 billion. We have gone up to 160, 170 billion dollars. So rapid has been the growth. We are among the first 4 or 5 countries in the world who have launched a dedicated quantum policy, national quantum mission. So no longer we are behind others. Even in CSIR, they have come out with success story. I'm glad. I have to compliment Dr. Reddy was there earlier. Dr. Prakash was there, your predecessor. Your predecessor, what was his name? Yeah. Vishwakarma was there, then Reddy, and then both of them together, they started that Aroma mission, which has now become a success story being talked about all over the world. Prime Minister Modi spoke about it in Mann Ki Baat, dedicated over 3-4 minutes describing what it was. The Republic Day showed a tableau. But why it has become a success story? Why people are talking about it? You know why? Not because Reddy is a very big scientist, of course he is, I'm not denying it. Not because Vishwakarma, because 3,000 youngsters got lucrative entrepreneurship, lucrative employment from that. And the average, the minimum, I was just calculating yesterday, the minimum income by each of these 3,000 is 60 lakh per annum. Or 65, which means about 6 lakh per month. That is the minimum. Some of them are earning much more. And that has exploded a myth. That has exploded a myth that you have to be a very great scientist or a very educated person. I think 20-25% of your boys are not even graduates. So living in a country like India and shutting our eyes and not being realistic doesn't help. So I must compliment this, because in India, our exclusive domain is agriculture. Our exclusive domain is marine resources, nearly 1,100 kilometer long coastal area. And now for the first time we have started looking at that. Our exclusive resources are Himalayas. Now incidentally what happened, the concept of startup came from West. It landed in Bangalore. It didn't land in Hyderabad. So it landed in Bangalore, and Bangalore was known as IT city. So everybody thought startup means IT, startup means IT, startup means IT. You have to be a PhD, you have to be a scientist. Nothing like that. Please, the first service that you can do to the society is to wash away this myth. You have to be innovative, you have to be creative, you have to have an aptitude, and you have to have a junoon to be a startup. You don't have to be a scientist. Now this CSIR, this Aroma, I think is a success story which needs to be widely propagated, and many of those boys, we have asked them to go around, made them also brand ambassadors. Many of them did not even speak fluent language when they started. Now, of course, they have learned after repeated exposures in the public speech. Many of, as I said, many of them are not graduates, but they are being provided by full technology by CSIR. And the second secret of success is that from day one, we linked up with the industry, primarily with some of the leading perfume houses in Mumbai and Maharashtra. So from day one, they started earning. The distilleries were set up near the field, and the arrangements were made to carry their product to the market. So early industry linkage is one. I even go to the extent of saying that allow the industry to do the mapping, allow them to tell us what they want, and let them also contribute. Now we've started that. Let them contribute financially as much as you are contributing. And only yesterday we also engaged in some of the agreements in one of the DBT programs. I said invest 50 or more. The government will invest 50 or even less. Because if you involve industry from the beginning and also give them the liberty to decide their preferences, then they'll own our startups. Today we take fancy in saying that we have 1.75 lakh startups, but we forget that to start a startup is easy, to sustain a startup is difficult, and to sustain a startup you need a sustainable market. Because after all, the boy or the girl is the child of the same society. The next day he finds somebody else of his age or his peer moving in a BMW. He says, hell with your startup, I'll better do what the other guy is doing. So you have to give him the same kind of social and economic security. And for that you have to do away with some of the myths that we have. And now we are in a position where the world has started accepting our talent, our esteem. From Fragile 5, we are now first 5. Our startup is now ranked 3. Our Global Innovation Index has gone up from 81 to 39. Our patent filing is ranked 6 out of 5. I was just going through the figures. Out of 64,480 patents filed in the recent years, more than 55% or 56% are resident Indians. I don't know whether you understand or not, because what was happening earlier was, even if somebody achieved something, there was a common, cynicism to say, what happened? He went to Europe and got it. Hargobind Khurana went abroad and got a Nobel Prize. Chandrasekhar went abroad and got a Nobel Prize. What is there in India? Nothing. Now these are the boys and girls. Didn't leave India even for a day. They were groomed here, brought up here, born here, did their patent here and made a success story. Which means we have the talent, we have the resources, we have a beautiful ecosystem, and I think Hyderabad is one of the best models. But we are still not coming out from the older mindset. And that is what I think is required in the times to come. The government has already done much more than what the earlier governments were doing. If you talk only of CSIR, even the CSI directors may not be aware of the fact that in 2014, the CSIR or the DSIR budget was just 5,615 crore. This year, the budget which was presented about 5 months back, this budget was 13,416 crore, and if you tabularize it, it amounts to 230.75%. It's a fascinating percentage happening. So we've gone up so many times. But yes, again, government can't do everything, and you can't be leaving everything to the government. If you actually have the passion to succeed, to madness to succeed. And therefore, we have also taken the initiative of following what others are doing. We have now floated a National Research Foundation called Anusandhan, which will have about 70% of the resource on the non-government. And when I say involve industry, I don't mean only knowledge partnering. I'm glad what has happened today, this transfer of technologies. You make them financial partners. In India, knowledge partnership doesn't carry much meaning. Knowledge is shared free of cost in India. आप ट्रेन के डिब्बे में बैठ जाए सभी ज्ञान देंगे आपको. That's a European concept. Here you make the industry invest even 20 rupees. The man behind will make sure that he gets back his 20. And in the process, your startup will be sustained. So that has to be a for that, events like this are important, where I say we could have a wider and a larger gathering, and I have to compliment the institutes over here, all the three which have come here. They have actually focused on these areas which I was talking till a few moments ago, the agriculture, the agri startup. The other day I was here, about last week, we had the opportunity of visiting that farm also, where I think you are providing that pheromone application technology. And they are doing beautiful job in organic farming. Again, not many of them Einsteins or Hargobind Khuranas. They are just rural folk boys, and they are so happy, enjoying doing what they are doing because they are earning out of that. So we are providing them technology which is becoming a source of their livelihood, source of their growth in the life. And of course, the purple revolution, as I talked about, the CCBM has also made a mark. I must compliment you also for that. Atal Innovation Center. He was telling me there were 170 startups there. So these are the areas which have been unexplored. Now when we talk of going from economy number 5 to 4, 3, 2, 1, do we ever ask ourselves, we are all scientists, do we ever ask ourselves, where are we going to make this value addition from? Is there going to be some pilferage, some dacoity, some theft? How do you suddenly become number one? You will become number one from the sources which have not been fully exploited till now. When all the other regions get saturated, whether it's the western parts, the western resources, even including IT, you have these resources, virgin resources, your agriculture, Himalayas, the oceans. We have started also the deep sea mission, which is going to be a big economy addition to overall India's growth story, because so much of minerals, metals, biodiversity, fishery lying inside, huge wealth in Indian Ocean. And therefore, I think we have made a good beginning, at least in this most IT savvy part of India, Hyderabad, by holding this event. And I hope the message will go out that we need to have a greater synergy within the CSIR. It was not flattering to hear when I asked how often the three institutes meet. They said they don't meet often, but they quarrel often. I hope the quarrel also has been put to a truce after this event. And so the larger synergy within CSI, then within the ministry, we have biotechnology department in the same ministry, we have DST within the same ministry. And for once, I have started holding monthly meetings of all the 6-7 science departments and ministries, including atomic energy and space, because the irony was that the Secretary of Atomic Energy was not known even in the Delhi circles. Other secretaries in Government of India, if you suddenly ask them who's Secretary Atomic Energy, they would start thinking. So they hardly met because they were headquartered elsewhere. So we started holding monthly, and there's so much of overlap happening. Now you showed me stalls of this wealth to waste to wealth. So much of work going on, biogases, etc., etc. But do you know, equally as much into this is the Department of Atomic Energy. They are using radiation, they are doing microbes. In Kumbh, we had put up 3 plants called fecal sludge treatment plants. And we were getting about 1.5 million gallon of fecal sludge every day because crores and crores visiting. Did you realize? No disruption in hygiene, no epidemic. It was not CSIR. It was not DBT. It was an unlikely Department of Atomic Energy, which was using radiation methods to convert it into an inert liquid which could be used for gardening, for irrigation, etc. So what I'm trying to say is that at least let us know what is happening in the next room. And so much of common happening. So synergy within the ministry among the various departments, then synergy among the ministries, and then of course a wider synergy, extended synergy among the stakeholders with the private sector, and making good use of the National Research Foundation. We have recently had the new CEO for National Research Foundation, Dr. Kalyan Raman. I have asked him to have one-to-one meeting with all of you because he's come from Microsoft. He was, of course, of Tamil origin, but has been out of country for a very long time. So I said he must personally, because otherwise he will also keep sitting in a allotted chamber in the Technology Bhavan. So we want you to integrate so that it's an integration of minds, integration of brains, and integration of resources. And for a city like Hyderabad, which is blessed with a beautiful ecosystem to perform all this, to achieve all this, I think this was the best place from where we could send out a message like the one we are trying to send out this afternoon. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.